Sam Joe. I am your child's math teacher, pre-AP or academic Joe, Jow. Um, Many of you were unable to attend open house last night due to the inclement weather. So here's a brief overview of what I covered during open house. Instead of me going over the class information, I've included the attachment, a PDF attachment of class information. So I'm going to talk about Canvas. Canvas is our class management system, our course management system. It's something that KDISD has implemented. It started last year, but McMeans Junior High is fully implementing it this year. We're piloting it. All seven. So what is Canvas? If you go to Canvas, you're going to see all 7 content areas there. From there, you can learn class information, homework assignment, make discussion boards. It runs the gamut. We're going to focus on math. So all students, all McMeans Junior High students, were trained on the 3rd day of school. So if they open up their composition notebook, in the inside cover, they will find a class username and password to log into Canvas in their cloud. So how do you get there? Go to KDIC webpage. Click on My KD Login. And you click on the cloud. In the cloud is a very easy way to manage every single tile. Your child has many things they can seek out. There's encyclopedias. There's what else do they have? Mobi, say a math system. There's a lot of things, but we're going to focus on Canvas. So you click on Canvas, and then you get into the dashboard. By September 18 or 28, I believe, all 7 courses will be populated here. Since I'm math, I'm going to focus on math. I know science and math are already ready to go. So let's look at math first. So what you do is you click on one of those tiles, but I'm doing it differently because this is the management system for me. And I'm going to look at, I guess I'll look at pre-AP math. So you have 4 tiles here on the left. On the menu, you'll find 4 things. None of this will be here because I don't want to confuse you with so many little buttons. There's a syllabus, which is all about class information. So the handout that you're reading, the PDF file is all this about supplies, grading policy, tutoring, online textbook. We have modules. Module is a linear way of looking at what we're covering in class. Some students like this. Others just say, I'd rather look through a calendar because I'm a visual person. So let's talk about the online textbook called Connect Ed. Each student has received a textbook/workbook. If you're in pre-AP, you will have access, I believe, to course 1 and course 2, 6th and 7th grade. Academic, only access to course 1. So if you go here and click on it, you will see more videos for each lesson. On top of my videos, you will see extensions, extend your thinking. You'll find more worksheet, remediation, whatever resource you need. All right, let's close this out. Let's go back. Next thing I want to talk about are discussions. In discussions, I have a place that I call Ask Your Teacher, do you have any math-related homework, quiz, test, question? If you click on there, and then you can ask a question. So far, I've had several students who asked a question. Let me cover that because I don't want FERPA. So I've asked several students who went to the discussion board. For example, one student asked absolute value. When it's absolute value, is it always positive? It is. That was one of the most missed test question on the or questions on our last test. Someone asked this question. I don't understand subtracting integers. So instead of that kid sitting at home saying, well, I can't do the homework, I give up. He actually went to Canvas, and then I wrote down my explanation, and then it jogged his memory. Just 3 words you need to know. Add the opposite. To subtract integers, you keep what you start with, then you add an opposite of the second term. So what else? People have asked, I don't understand this homework question. I don't understand this test review question. I know a lot of kids have the same question. They can go to the discussion board and say, oh, let's read what other people have written. Some kids, during advisory, they have their little phone, they have their device, and they actually ask questions during school. I guess they're too intimidated to come here. Really nice guy, but they're too intimidated to come to advisory, and so they'd rather ask it because kids are really glued to their phone. And so in almost real time, I will respond just like that. Maybe you're at home, 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. Go sleep really late, but maybe you go sleep very late, and then you just want to ask this question. It's just dying. You got to know. Go to discussion board. I will respond. The last thing I want to talk about is the calendar. In the calendar, here we go. In the calendar, it's a more visual of everything. So when all 7 courses are populated in here, you're going to see everything color-coded. I do teach pre-AP and academic, so for me, pre-AP is red, and I think green is academic. So today, what's due today? So they're going to actually see what they have to accomplish by today. By today, pre-AP will need to have finished their multiply integers, part 1. So let's click on that. And we have the homework assignment. I had a kid who left his textbook in his locker. Instead of sitting and getting a 0 the next day, he actually went to Canvas. He printed up his homework. Well, actually, he didn't print up the homework. He said he didn't have a printer. But being resourceful, he took out a sheet of notebook paper, and he did it on notebook paper, and he still got himself a 100. I have the homework assignment. I even include the notes, what we did today. And last but not least, I have a YouTube video. I do create a YouTube tutorial video for every objective, every lesson. This is very, very good for students who are absent. If you are absent, I will email you the homework, the notes, and the YouTube link. Because unless you are really, really sick, of course, health matters first. But if it's just a sniffles, or maybe you missed the bus, or maybe you went to a doctor's office or appointment or something, you can still do the homework. Because learning takes place 24/7. Our brain does not stop. I'm not just talking about math-related stuff, because I am a math teacher. But learning, we continually learn as we go, as we age. What else is good about these ones? I do create a YouTube video for all the tests. So about a day or 2 days after the test, I do put up the link up here, so you can watch the YouTube video of the test questions. There were 16 questions on pre-AP. I think the academic had 15 questions. So instead of me sitting in class going over every single question, because the kid may have gotten most of it correct, they just have a burning desire of going to one. I do go over the greatest hits, or the greatest questions that people would like to know about, another AKA the most missed question. So if there's a question I don't go over, they can come to during advisory, or after school for tutoring, or they can watch the YouTube link. And last but not least, if you go to previous lesson, you also will see the answers to the homework. Speaking of tutoring, I do offer tutoring during advisory. However, a lot of students do come during advisory, which is great, but it's not really one-on-one. After school, I do offer after school. It's more of a smaller setting. So far, I had 2 kids yesterday. So far, in 3 weeks, I've only seen 3 kids after school. I like it, but I do want to. It gets a little boring because I'm still here, sitting here, staring at the computer screen. What else am I going to talk about? And I think I've talked about everything. Main thing I want to know is discussion board. Discussion board is all kids know how to use the discussion board. On the 3rd day of school, we actually ask simple questions like, name your favorite restaurant. So kids were writing it, then kids got more, they're more technological than I am. But they actually uploaded links, videos, and all kinds of stuff. They replied back to each other. It was really, really good. My goal is for that to be math-centered. So my name is Sam Joe. If you have any questions, oh, by the way, you can also email me through the Canvas. Students have done that already. But just a simple email is samjow@kdisd.org. And I'm looking forward to teaching your child this school year. We're going to have a great time this school year.